Welcome back to another episode of What to Eat. On today's episode, we're going to make some lasagna. This is a great dish. It's real easy to make. It just takes a little time to prepare it and such. Got a lot of ingredients, and we're going to show you a quick, easy way to make it. We did most of the prepping already. We washed all our vegetables off. We already boiled our noodles, and we already mixed our ground beef up. So all we're going to do is just tell you what's the measurements and the ingredients, and we're going to get to it. But before we begin, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Please leave comments. It helps the channel out. Now, let us begin. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to dice our mushrooms. Now, you can add whatever ingredients you want to it. This is a clear cutting board. If you can see it, it's a real nice clear cutting board. So whatever you would like to do, we're going to dice some mushrooms up. Not even dice them, we're going to slice them up real quick. It's up to you. You don't have to use any of these ingredients. Let's do this real quick. I like mushrooms, so I'm going to use a lot of them. I've never cooked my mushrooms. I always put them in raw because it doesn't take that long to cook. So when this is in the oven, the lasagna, depending on the size of the lasagna, it's going to take anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours. And we're not making that much, so it's probably going to take about maybe an hour, hour and a half. But everybody's oven is different, so just keep checking it. You'll see. I went ahead and cooked the ground beef, and I put some onions in it, some green peppers and red peppers in it. I like to saute that down when I do my lasagna. You don't have to. Like I said, you can add any vegetable you want. This is what I prefer. And if you make lasagna, please leave a comment below and let us know how you cook yours. So now we got this out the way. It didn't take that long. Put this right here in this cup for a second. Now, so today our ingredients is going to be, well, you guessed it, the mushrooms. Here's the sauce with the onions, red pepper and green pepper. We already mixed it on the stove. We're going to use 2 cups of sharp cheddar. This is a 32 ounce of ricotta cheese. Leave this out, let it sit out to get room temperature. Don't have this in the refrigerator. You want it to be room temperature when you're using it. I have a block here of some mozzarella cheese. You can add as much as you want. We're going to use 3 large eggs. You can use 1, 2. You don't even have to use an egg, but it helps fluff up the ricotta cheese mix. Then we have 1.5 pounds of noodles, lasagna noodles, and I left another about 45-ounce cup of pasta sauce. That's including the sauce we already have. So now that we have this, what we want to do is I'm going to cut the cheese up a little bit. So I'm back with the grater. Now let's just grate a little bit of this cheese off for you. And you can use the amount of cheese. It doesn't have to be no set. But for today, we're using the 2 cup American cheese, the 32 ounces of ricotta, and this block is maybe a pound of cheese. You probably won't use the whole pound of mozzarella, but it depends. Let's see how it looks. Depends on how cheesy you like your meal, your lasagna. And another thing about your noodles, you want them to separate them when you get them out the water. Make sure you separate the noodles. I add a little bit of oil on them so they don't stick to each other. Make sure you do that. So you definitely don't want them sticking with each other. And I'm going to mix the cheese all together. Well, I'm gonna mix the mozzarella with the ricotta cheese, and then I'm gonna put the egg in. So we're gonna use that for now. Now, this is how it looks. Let's put that to the side for now. Now let's start making our mix. I'll dump the whole cheese in there. Take our spoon, leftovers out. One egg, one large egg. Again, the eggs is up to you. And 3. It's mozzarella cheese. Throw that in there. Let's just give it a nice little mix. And you can tell when it's finished being mixed because you can see the yellow disappear, the yolk. But you want to mix it real well. And I'm going to put the description below of what seasoning I use on the meat sauce. So that's the consistency you kind of want right there. See? Now, let's move some of this stuff out the way. We're going to use some more of this cheese, so I'm going to leave that there. Let's move this out the way and clean up our station a little bit, and then let's get started putting this together. So, the first thing I like to do is I like to put a little bit of sauce on the bottom. You want to put a little sauce on the bottom, not too much. Just want to make sure that the noodles and stuff don't stick. So just coat the bottom with the sauce. You can do little sides too if you want to. Not too much. See? Just make sure you coat it right. Now as far as the noodles, you want to make sure it covers the whole bottom. Get a little bit on the edges too. See that? See how we're doing that? Make sure you leave no space. Don't worry if you have to overlap it a little bit. Just make sure there's no space. And I like to get the corners too. See how easy it's breaking apart? See that? So you want to cover the bottom. Now we're going to put our first layer of sauce on. And just spread it out on the bottom. Be careful that you don't shift your noodles too much. That's it. Now we're going to take some of this cheese. So you cover it. We're gonna do 2 layers, so don't worry. And we're gonna take a little bit of this cheese, Melted cheese. Just sprinkle a little bit over top. You don't gotta get crazy with it, because you want to save some more for the second layer. That's it. See, so that's how we're looking right there. That's layer 1. Almost forgot. Sprinkle a little of these mushrooms on top. That's it. Now put it back on. And if you don't have, if it doesn't completely touch the edges, make sure you put some noodles on the edges just in case. Like that. So I'm gonna take this, put some here, so on the corner like that, and do the same on this side. One more piece here. Go rip this in half. Put the half here. Don't worry, you're gonna get it. And then put the other half here. Now we're gonna do our last layer. Start again with the meat sauce. This is the last of meat sauce. We're only doing 2 layers. See, I want to stick this down here. I don't know how to keep popping up. Don't worry about that. As long as it's down. I'm gonna put that layer there. This time, since I remembered, I'm gonna put the mushrooms on top of the meat sauce before I add the cheese. Now, cover this. Get the last cheese. Spread it out. Make sure it don't go over the top. I'm gonna put some cheese on top of this. Like I said, this is 2 cups. Spread it out a little bit. Now, what I'm gonna do, you don't have to do this. I'm gonna cover it. One more topping. Tuck it in there, nice and neat. And corners like that, make sure you tuck them down. Don't be afraid to tuck them down. I got gloves on. Don't be afraid to tuck it down. Like you doing a fitted sheet for your bag. Just tuck it down a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit of sauce on top so it don't dry out. Don't go crazy with the sauce on top. But you just want to make sure that it doesn't dry out. So let's put a little sauce on top. Now this is where you can add your garnishes and put your parsley or whatever to bring it out. I didn't have any fresh parsley today, but you can see. So now we're going to throw this in the oven at 350 for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Well, now we're going to put the cover on. So that was it. That was quick. You're gonna just throw this in the oven at 350 for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending. You'll know when it's done. You'll take it off. And thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next week. But before we go, don't forget, please like, share, subscribe, and spread this to everyone. Let them know you're trying to grow this channel. Trying to make these dishes as simple as possible so anyone can do it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. We're gonna clean this up, and then we enjoyed having you today. See you next week.